Hello, welcome back to the next part of our code video. Alright, so in our previous lesson we talked about how to create this post, how to make a post, how to create a text post and an image post. Okay, so you can see I've updated the UI with some buttons here, edit button and a delete button. Alright, so we are going to, in this video section, we are going to talk about how to delete a post or how to delete a data from the database and edit it as well. But then you can see there are no space in the post here, so let's give space. Let's give space between them. So let's give space of 4. Alright. Okay, so I think the space is okay now. Alright, so let's start programming. Let's start coding, Let's start something. Alright, so in here we have this is the button that is handling the delete, so we are going to put it in a form. The main reason I'm going to put it in a form is the method that is displaying this code is a get method, and when you want to delete a record, it's a post. You are trying to make a post method, and if you don't put it in a form and give it a method, it's going to give us an error because you cannot use a get method to delete data. You understand? All right. So let's start writing our form and give it an action. And this we have not created yet, but let's create. So you can see I'm getting an automatical guess. Like it's guessing the codes that I would want to write for me. It's extensions. I've downloaded Laravel extensions. If you want the same extensions, you can comment it out in the description and I'll make a whole video about downloading of extensions. Alright, so we want to name it delete post, delete post, right? And in here, in order for us to delete a post, we would have to get the ID of the post that we want to delete. So let's just call the post ID here, ID, and we'll give it the method. The method is a what? It's a post method, and we'll call our brother here, and it is a delete method. We have to let him know that we want to delete. So when routing, this is the method that we're going to call, the delete method. Alright. Yes. Okay. So I think we are done with the view. So let's go to the route to define this particular action. Alright, so we want to route, we want to delete, right? So in here, the name of our route, like the URL was going to be delete post, right? Point it to our post controller, give it a class. Our class is going to be delete. Okay. Alright. So we'll give it a name of what? Let's see how we name it. So we'll give it a name of delete post, right? It's a name of delete post. Okay, so I think we are done defining it. Now let's go to our controller and our route, name it what the function. The name of the function will be delete. Alright, so let's come down here and define it. So we are going to write a public function called delete, right? And in here, since we are going to make a request, we are going to write some parameters here. Request, and we need what's the ID of the post, right? And the ID of the post, we would have to call it in here to let it know that this particular route is taking a parameter of an ID. Okay, so put it in our try and catch block, right? And we handle the error. It's an exception. We catch the exception and throw it here so that we display the error. Return the error. Message, right? We are going to get the message rather. Get the message. Okay. Now that we have this, let's delete it. Let's delete our record. So we create a variable called post, right? Or delete post. Delete post. And we assign it to let's assign it to our post data model. And call the find or fail function. And in this find or fail function, we need this ID. Yes. Alright. So in here, what we're going to do is I'm just going to call the simple delete function. We call the delete function. And then return back. Let's return the user back with a success message completed. Alright. Okay. So let's save and see the changes. Alright. Alright, you can see now the record has been deleted successfully. So this is a simple code for deleting a post. So you can see it has been deleted successfully. Now let's let's work on the editing of the post. Let's work on editing of the post, right? Okay. Alright, so in the editing of the post, let me just create another post for you to see. We are good. Okay, I think there is an error here with my style. I think there is an error with my style. Let me fix that. Okay, so there's no error with the style. I think that is the image. The image, that's the image. Okay, so now we can create a post and delete it successfully. Alright. So now what we're going to do next is edit this post. How we can edit this post. So let's go and work on it. First we are going to define a route for it. We're going to define a route for the editing of the post. So let's define a route. It's going to be a post method. So in here we are going to define the URL, that is edit post. And we're going to call it ID. We're also going to take ID as a parameter. Right? We're going to call it post controller. Give it a class name of edit. Right? And give it a name of edit post. Right? Okay. So that's how we're going to get. This is the method we're going to put in the form, right? But now we want to navigate to a different page when the user press the edit button. So let's just comment here out and write it edit posts, right? So let's write a post to get the edit page. So we get edit. Post. Okay, yes, edit. Let's take the parameter. Post controller that has a class of new edit, right? Inquire edit. Alright, so and let's copy this and bring it in. Let's define the function first. So let's define the function for edit. Upbuild. Right, so we just want to return the view of edit. Right. So when we go back to our views, we need to create a new file called edit. Right, so in here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the same codes from here in here. And what we are going to remove, we are going to change this to update. Right. And in here, we're going to give it a value. I'm going to give it a value. I'm going to give it a value. Right. And then in here, we are going to give it a value. Right. Okay. And it's no more post. It's what? Edit post. Edit post. So here I'm going to implement the method of put. Right. So right. Any placeholder. We don't need any placeholder anymore. Okay. And in here, we are not going to display the list of posts. We are just going to display. I'm just going to display the post that we want to edit. Right. Okay. So here we have this guy. So I think before getting here, we also need the ID. We also need the ID as well. So when we come down here, we need to pass it as a parameter. Okay. So let's go back to our edit. Now we have this. This is taking a parameter, but we haven't called it yet. So let's come back here and go back to our edit. We need route where our edit. Need to route our edit, and in here we are taking we need the post ID because it is set as a parameter, right? Okay, so let's check it out. Let's check it out. Right, so okay, missing required parameter. Okay, so in here it needs the parameter. We need to pass the parameter. Okay, pass the parameter. And then before we pass the parameter, we first have to. So what we have to do is first have to come and define a variable here called post, right? So post will be equal to our post data and find or fill pass the ID, right? And in here we are going to compact it with the view return view post, right? Okay. When I come back here, we can now pass post ID. Now let's refresh and see. Okay, it says it posts. Okay, there's an error here. There's the error. Okay, I think there's an error again. It says how to delete post. So we did it post ID. Post ID. Okay, I'm calling the image here as well. And in this case, we don't need this image now. We are going to put, I'm going to call the post message image, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And we have to first. Bear along with me as we fix this error. Okay. So now you can see that the URL has changed. This is the post 7. This is what we want to edit. So we are going to get the value of the previous this post. We are going to get it here so that the user can update his status. Date his post. So in the value here we need what? We need the asset. Okay, we need a post rather. Post. But then it is in the asset. So now it's storage. Right? What's the name again? Image post. Alright. I don't think it's an error, it will go. Let's refresh and see. Okay, I think in the test too, we need to get the initial test here. And we get the initial test here. Post, test post. Okay, I think it's not showing. So then just pass it as a placeholder. Okay, it's still not showing. Okay. Okay, we'll work on it. Let's continue. What else? Okay, when the user comes to the edit screen, we wouldn't want to see the edits and the delete button. We wouldn't want to see it, so let's delete it. So now I think we are done with viewing our edit page. So let's get on with the edit functionalities. Okay, so now we told the view that the method is going to be put. So therefore, for that reason, we are going to change the route method to put. Do you understand? Alright. So let's go to the post controller and define the edit function. So let's create a function, a public function. We'll create a public function and call it edit. So in here we're going to put our code block. We're going to put it in a try and catch so that we catch any error that pops up with an exception. Right. So we will want to return in here, we want to return the error. We are going to return the error and get the message right. You get the error message. Alright, so here I'm going to create a variable called post. I'm going to assign it with our post data and find ID, right? So that find ID, I think we'll have to make a request called parameter here. Request as ID. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to check. We're going to run a condition to check post. I'm going to check if the test field has data inside, right? So post called test post, right? Is equal to, we want to request whatever the user puts inside and post test. After that, we're also going to check for the image also. So if the request has file post image, right? Then what do we want to do? We want to upload right. We want to upload the image. In the future, I'm going to create more like a social media app so that we get to understand the authentication system, how to get who made a post. We are going to show a post according to who is following that particular user or something. So if you want us to create a Facebook clone, TikTok clone, or whatever clone, just comment it out in the video description and we are going to do that project. Alright, so Laravel-Powered, and we are going to upload and store it in the post folder. Folder in the public. Okay. Create variable called post. I'm going to assign it to the variable we created, the path. Okay, so after all this, we want to save. You want to save all what you've done, right? Okay, so let's get on with it. When all this is met, there and there only, you would want to save the post, right? And return the user. Return. Want to redirect the user to the home page. Route name is home. Okay, so where is this home page? So this home page is here. We give this the main route a name called home, right? So we are telling it that when this is successful, it should take us to the home. And in here, we would want to, if it's not successful, we should cut the error and display it. Alright, so let's save it and see what we have. Let's refresh and add cool here. And let's change the image to this. Alright, so you see we have successfully created our delete and edit. So now our code is working successfully. Alright, if you like this video, please like and share and subscribe so that it will improve us, to encourage us to be making more videos for you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. Please give out your comment at the comment section. Thank you.